Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Shahidatul Akmal binti Saidin and my matric number is A19A0910. First, I will start with Chapter 1, which is Introduction. For the background, this research aims to study the factor affecting eating style among students during the COVID-19 pandemic. The novel coronavirus disease COVID-19 pandemic situation has oppressed normal human health, lifestyle, social life, and adversely influenced the local and national economy. This pandemic has led authorities to call for individuals, including students, to stay home and avoid physical contact with each other in order to curb the pandemic. However, this measure may result in change in their eating style. For the problem statement, why we study the factor affecting eating style among students during the COVID-19 pandemic? Because quality and regular food intake is important to supply the human body with energy and maintain good health. For a student, awareness of food quality and eating style is very important because it influences physical and mental development. A healthy eating style is very important, a requirement to produce excellent human capital and contributor to a healthier lifestyle. Therefore, it it's important to study the factor affecting eating style among students during the COVID-19 pandemic. There are various factors that have changed student eating style, and sample of this study were taken from students of University Malaysia Kelantan. That's all for me. Thank you.
My name is Sharifah Shahira binti Said Rasim. My matric number is A19A0914. Next, Chapter 2, Literature Review. Literature Review is a detailed summary of prior research on a topic. Dependent variable. The dependent variable in this study is eating style among UMK students. The theory of weight and eating behavior is used to identify the student eating style is correct or not, and it can be determined through the student week. Prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, UMK student eating style were controlled because they were free to move. However, now that the COVID-19 pandemic has spread, the student movement is restricted and students must spend a lot of money to meet basic needs when forced to lock up in college for months. Now we move to the independent variable. First, relationship between student attitude toward food and eating style among UMK students. During COVID-19 pandemic, student attitude toward food become uncontrollable, resulting in late night eating, often eating junk food, and a lack of eating that affects student health, and changes in eating style among UMK students. Second, relationship between financial difficulties and eating style among UMK students. During COVID-19 pandemic, everyone, including students, had financial difficulties. So, students must adjust their eating pattern, such as preparing their own food, effectively managing food availability, lowering shopping habits to get a good eating style.
My name is Siti Shazana binti Shah Saharuddin. My matric number is A19A0891. So firstly, I will present about the independent variable 3 and independent variable 4. So first, we look at the relationship between lockdown condition and eating style among students. Lockdown prevents outdoor physical activity from being carried out, causing increased stress and having severe impact on individual lifestyle patterns, which affect food choices. So the theoretical researchers have discovered that the negative impact of COVID-19 pandemic, such as lockdown, are the source of shifting eating style among students, and this merit further investigation. Okay, now we look at the independent variable 4, which is independent variable 4, relationship between stress in study and eating style among students. Stress in study occurs when problems begin to arise, such as conflicting family schedules, limited physical activity, academic workaholic, will causes affected to their healthy food and eating style among them. So the theory of WEG will help people successfully from eating unhealthy food that high calorie and high fat foods when compared to a condition that teach people that weight is fixed. Now we move to research hypothesis. For hypothesis 1, the more the student attitudes toward food, the more effect of eating style among students during pandemic COVID-19. Hypothesis 2, the more the financial difficulties, the more the effect of eating style among students during pandemic COVID-19. Hypothesis 3, the more lockdown condition, the more the effect of eating styles among students during pandemic COVID-19. Hypothesis 4, the more the stress in study, the more the effect of eating style among students during COVID-19. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Siti Sophia binti Ben. My number matrix is A19A0895. I will explain about chapter 3, research design and method. Research design use quantitative and qualitative data. Quantitative research it is more objective, which explore and understand the correlation between the independent variable and dependent variable. In this research, data from primary and secondary were collected. Method and source consists of number 1, research instrument. The content question A, there were 3 parts. Section A is about the background like age, gender, age and wage, status, current location, and educational background. The section B part is more about the dependent variable, which is the eating style among UMK students. Next, section C is a qualitative assessment of the factor affecting eating style among UMK students during the pandemic COVID-19, which is the independent variable consists of student attitude towards food, financial difficulty, lockdown condition, and stress in study. The item in section C were studied by using the 5-point Likert scale. Number 2, measurement scale. There are various tools for measurement, consists of nominal, ordinal, and interval. Number 3, pre-testing of the instrument. This study will be tested first through question A. Target for pre-testing question A, only 40 question A form filled by respondent. Number 4, data collection. This data collection was done through the publication of a question A revealed among students of University Malaysia Kelantan with the following participation on age 19 to 25 years. The question A from via Google Form is distributed through WhatsApp, which can be accessed from 10 December to 50 December 2021. All participants is 368, which is 163 were male and 205 were female. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Hajar binti Muhammad Asri. My number matrix is A1A0853. I will present about the sampling and analysis plan. For sampling, first we have population of the study. 9,000 students are pursuing their bachelor degree at University Malaysia Kelantan in Pangkalan Chapa. The population size is indicated by N, and the total student for this research is around 9,000 students. Second is sample size. 368 estimated students represent the whole population according to Krejcik and Morgan 1970. Third is sampling procedure. The probability methodology was used in this study. We use simple random sampling as a probability sampling approach. Next is analysis plan. The analysis plan is the researcher use the SPSS version to check the statistical data analysis. SPSS is a program-based window for creating tables and pie chart for data entry and analysis. Descriptive statistics. Respondents are requested to provide information about their gender, nationality, marital status, race, age, and income. Next is reliability test. Reliability tests are the Independent variable and dependent variable was used to establish the variable size of the independent variable and dependent variable internal consistency in this section. Lastly is Pearson correlation is to test the influence of eating habits during a pandemic COVID-19 among students at the University Malaysia Kelantan. That's all, thank you.
So we move to chapter 4, which is implication and contribution to knowledge. Okay, at first point is practical implication. Our main of this research was to examine the factors of pandemic COVID-19 in affecting eating style behavior among students. This study contribute to the improvements of a process by finding the importance of willingness students to be more carefully about eating style behavior whether in pandemic COVID-19 or not.
Contribution to knowledge. The findings of the study confirm that the theory of weight and eating behavior influence researcher understanding and confidence in studying the eating style among UMK students and its factors. The university needs to help students in terms of financial aid and basic needs to ease the burden of students. Lastly, provide a basis for further comparative studies on eating style and hope this study can provide reference to other researchers to make more further research on eating style.